Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and we're going into Giants land to catch up with the 300-game legend and juniors director, Trudi Cook, the Southern Mallee Giants legend. How are you?
Yeah, going well. Going very well, actually. It's nice coming off a win.
Yes, I was about to say you'd have a spring in your step, knowing that the Giants got up and really held their way, and a really, well, I guess rewarding win, you would call it in the end, Trudi, given that, it hasn't been the easiest of seasons. So to get up here against the Warwick Eagles, yes, it was expected, but no slip-ups here, which is always nice.
Yeah, it was good. And look, they held a lead at each break, and so they were able to maintain their lead, which sometimes can be our weakness. We might get in front and then drop our lead. So it was nice to see that they stuck with it the whole game. Their defensive pressure down the court is probably what won them the game in the end. So they could get those turnovers and then make sure that they made use of it and, got it on the scoreboard. So it was great to see the A graders walk off with a smile on their face.
No doubt. Well, unfortunately not for the B grade. They went down. So just give us a brief little synopsis of what went on in their game. The Eagles getting up there. The Giants ladies wouldn't have been too happy with that one, the Rezzies there.
Yeah, no, look, they lost by 13 in the end, and we've got a couple of players out with a bit of niggling injuries. I speak about often the juniors developing with the combination of the experienced players, and look, we're missing a couple of experienced players at the moment, but look, as I say, week in, week out, the juniors that are coming up through and those that probably haven't played too much netball in their lives are really starting to develop those skills. And I think all the girls walked off still with a smile on their face that they're enjoying it. So that's the main thing. C
grade saw another loss. The Eagles getting up by 7 in this one, unfortunately. Bring us up to speed on what went down here in the C grade. Unfortunately, again, not the greatest result for the seniors here.
No, it wasn't. Look, it's just that movement down the court, I think, and being able to maintain their possession. Like in netball, you're given every second centre. So, we should be able to try, in theory, stay even with teams. So it's just the movement of the ball down the court, making sure that we're making those right decisions as to where to pass the ball. Safe choices. So, two things to work on at training there for the girls.
Yeah, just let our listeners know about how the junior side's got on too there. It's just, one of those things. I mean, unfortunately, not the greatest set of results here again, but Trudi, at least these girls are getting some games into them.
Yeah, that's right. And look, the under-15s lost by 15 in the end, and then the 13s only by 2. And look, they're playing some good netball and following Jane's direction quite well. And I spent some time with the net set goers on Saturday, which is like an under-12 team, I suppose. And the Warwick girls were quite tall, so I don't think we scored a goal in the end. But I tell you what, to look at, our girls had probably skills just as good as Warwick's, if not a bit more. So it was good to see our young girls, as there's some out there that are as young as 9 or 8. So to see them out there and really getting the hang of the different skills involved and the confidence of playing on bigger players was good to see, as well as the younger ones taking on the umpiring. I spent some time mentoring an umpire there, and it's just really good to see young ones willing to pick up the whistle, because I know there's a generation gap there of people that aren't willing to do that. So, it's good to see those young ones just really enjoying netball for what it is.
I think we're looking into a potential period where there's going to be an umpire shortage in grassroots and community sport for a long time to come, unfortunately, Trudi. So doing some good work there. Just tell us, as far as Sunraysia Netty results went in other games on the weekend, did any catch your attention?
Yeah, look, probably as predicted, I suppose. Saints won by 30 goals over Ararat, which would have been expected. Nil bet Minute Matoa by 25 goals. I thought that margin might have been a bit smaller than 25, but look, as I said last week, Nil's playing quite nice netball. We've got Storm, who went down to the Demons, which would have been expected. Probably thought the margin might have been a bit smaller there as well, but it was predictable wins across the board last week.
And just as far as the A-grade ladder goes, are there any big movers and shakers, and where do we sit right now with that, Trudi?
Yeah, look, Saints are sitting pretty confident on top. Demons, which is the other Horsham team, are sitting comfortable below there. So it's starting to really separate, I suppose, and find your positions within the ladder. But I don't think it's that reflective of some of the games we've had. There's lots of teams that are losing to teams that they thought they might have won to and whatnot. So you never know. I think that fourth person getting in the finals, that team getting in the finals, is a bit of a wild card, and you never know what they'll bring to the final series.
No doubt. Well, let's talk about something fun which occurred on the weekend. The black tie ball for the Southern Mallee Giants footy and netball clubs. Give us a bit of a roving report like they do on the old footy show days, if you like, Trudi, about who performed best and who might not have performed at their best. And I dare say we might hear about this twice on the show tonight.
Yeah, look, it was a good night from all the reports. I think the music was great, the food was delicious, and the bar was most certainly open. I think there was lots of awards handed out. They did a bit of a Golden Globes thing at the start, so there was a few people there that were surprised by their special mentions. We had a key senior footballer that had a suspected ACL injury, diagnosed by a close friend, and I suspect that might have been a bit of a joke. But he ended up getting up and walking around, no worries, on the Sunday with probably a bit of an embarrassed look on his face. So, look, it was a good night and lots of laughs, and no doubt the stories will always continue coming out from that evening.
That they shall. Before we let you go, Trudi, I think the last time I asked you this question, the Giants had come off a bad loss and you said, well, it's a great thing that we've got the bye this weekend. But coming off a handy win into the bye round, I would speculate that your stance on that question might change a little bit.
Yeah, look, the girls most certainly are looking forward to having a week off just to rest the bodies and get prepared again, I suppose, against Demons in a fortnight, which will be a very tough game. I know they still did their training and went through and didn't slack off there. So, look, it's always nice to rest the body and the mind over the week that's off, but no doubt they won't actually switch off totally because they've got a tough game against the Demons in a fortnight's time.
Trudi Cook's the 300 gamer and the Southern Mallee Giants, a legend. Great to have you on the line again, Trudi, and we look forward to hearing how it all goes the next time we speak to you. Take care, and thanks so much for your time.
Will do. Good on you, Alice.